Gurubhyo Namaha. I am Anisha from Pranvidyasham. I welcome you all for this session. Today we are going to learn Chapter 5 Complex Numbers and Quadratic Equations. First, we learn what is an imaginary number. The square root of a negative real number is called an imaginary number. For example, root of minus 3, root of minus 7 by 2, all these are imaginary numbers. The quantity root of minus 1 is an imaginary number and will denote it by I, and it is also called iota. What is I square? I square is minus 1. Now, what is a complex number? A number of the form a plus ib, where a and b are real numbers, is called the complex number, and it is denoted by z. For example, 2 plus i3 or minus 1 plus root 3i are all complex numbers. For the complex number z equal to a plus ib, here a is called the real part and b is called the imaginary part. The real part is denoted by re of z and imaginary part is denoted by im of z. For example, if z equal to 2 plus 5i, we will write real part of z. What is the real part here? 2. And what is the imaginary part? It is 5. Next, equality of complex numbers. That is, two complex numbers z1 equal to a1 plus ib1 and z2 equal to a2 plus ib2 are said to be equal if a1 equal to a2 and b1 equal to b2. That is, real part of z1 equal to real part of z2 and imaginary part of z1 equal to imaginary part of z2. Now, how will you add two complex numbers? Let us take two complex numbers z1 equal to a plus ib and z2 equal to c plus id. Now, what is the sum z1 plus z2? Add the real part together and the imaginary part together. So, you will get a plus c plus I into b plus d. For example, if you see here 2 plus 3i plus minus 6 plus 5i, we will take the real part 2 minus 6 and imaginary part is 3 plus 5. So, you will get the answer minus 4 plus 8i. Next, we will learn some properties. That is, addition of complex numbers satisfy the following properties. Already we have learned in the lower classes about all these properties. The same is applicable here for the complex numbers also. The closure law. The sum of two complex numbers is a complex number. So, if you add two complex numbers, again you will be getting a complex number. Commutative law. z1 plus z2 equal to z2 plus z1. What is associative law? If you take three complex numbers, z1 plus z2 plus z3 equal to z1 plus of z1 plus z3. Existence of additive identity. There exists a complex number 0 plus i0. That 0 is called the additive identity of the 0 complex number, such that for every complex number z plus 0 equal to z. What is the existence of additive inverse? To every complex number z equal to a plus b, we will have a complex number minus a plus I of minus b, that is denoted by minus z. That is called the additive inverse. So, we will observe that z plus of minus z equal to 0. Now, how will you subtract two complex numbers? Let z1 equal to x1 plus I y1 and z2 equal to x2 plus I y2. How will you subtract it? You have to subtract the real part separately and the imaginary part separately. So, you will get it as z1 minus z2 equal to x1 minus x2 plus I into y1 minus y2. Now, how will you multiply two complex numbers? Let us take z1 equal to x1 plus I y1, z2 equal to x2 plus I y2. Now, we have to multiply as such, that is x1 x2 plus x1 I y2 plus I y1 x2 plus I square y1 y2 you will get. What is I square? I square is minus 1. So, take the real part separately. You will get x1 x2 minus y1 y2 plus I into x1 y2 plus x2 y1. Now, here also the same as in addition, there are some properties for multiplication also. First is closure property. If you multiply two complex numbers, again you will be getting a complex number, so the closure property is satisfied. Now what about commutative law? If you take two complex numbers z1, z2, z1 into z2 will be z2 into z1. What about associative law? z1 into z2 into z3 equal to z1 into z2, z3 for any three complex numbers z1, z2 and z3. Next, the existence of multiplicative identity. There exists a complex number 1 plus I0 denoted by 1 is called the multiplicative identity such that z into 1 equal to z for every complex number z. Now what is existence of multiplicative inverse? For every complex number z equal to a plus ib, we have a complex number a by a square plus b square plus I into minus b by a square plus b square. We will denote it as 1 by z or z inverse, and we will say that is a multiplicative inverse of z. So such that z into 1 by z equal to 1. What about distributive law? For any three complex numbers z1, z2, z3, z1 into z1, z2 plus z3 equal to z1, z2 plus z1, z3. This already you have learned. z1 plus z2 into z3 equal to z1, z3 plus z2, z3. Now how will you divide two complex numbers? Let us take z1 equal to a plus ib, z2 equal to c plus id. These two complex numbers. How will you divide z1 by z2 equal to a plus ib by c plus id? Now rationalize the denominator or conjugate a plus ib into c minus id by c plus id into c minus id. You know how to multiply two complex numbers. Such a way you have to multiply it. What is c plus id into c minus id? It is c square plus d square. So you will get the answer as ac plus bd by c square plus d square plus I into bc minus ad by c square plus d square. Now what is the power of I? So first what is I? You learned there root of minus 1. So I square is minus 1, I cube is minus I power 4 is 1. Similarly for negative also, if you write I power minus 1, you can write it as 1 by I. Take the multiply by I, you will get minus I. Similarly you have to write for I power minus 2 is minus 1, I power minus 3 is I, and I power minus 4 is 1. Now depending upon the power of I, we can take the following values, that is I power 4k plus 1 is I power 4k plus 2 is minus 1, I power 4k plus 3 equal to minus I, and I power 4k is equal to 1, where k can be an integral value whether it is positive or negative. Now complex number identities. Let us see some of the identities. Whatever you will learn before the identities, here we are learning it. z1 plus z2 the whole square, you know a square plus b square 2ab, the same formula, z1 square plus z2 square plus 2 z1 z2. Similarly z1 minus z2 the whole square equal to z1 square plus z2 square minus 2 z1 into z2. What is a square by b square? We know a plus b into a minus b. Here a1 z1 the whole square minus z2 the whole square equal to z1 plus z2 into z1 minus z2. What is z1 plus z2 the whole cube? z1 cube plus 3 z1 square z2 plus 3 z2 square into z1 plus z2 cube. Similarly, you will write for z1 minus z2 the whole cube. Now, what is modulus and conjugate of a complex number? Suppose z equal to a plus ib is a complex number. Modulus of z is denoted by mod z. You will read this as mod z, and it is denoted as mathematically as root of a square plus b square. Now conjugate is denoted by z bar, and it is nothing but a minus ib. Now we will come to the exercise 5.1. You have to express the given complex number in the form of a plus ib. Here 5i into minus 3 by 5i. So You know that I square is minus 1. So 5 will get cancelled. Minus 3 I square. I square is minus 1. Is it minus 3 into minus 1? It is 3. Since you had to write in the form of a plus ib, there is no imaginary part. You will represent it as 0i. Similarly, I power 9 plus I power 19. I power 9 can be written as I square the whole power 4, that is I power 8 into I, plus I square the whole power 9 into I, that is I square minus 1, substitute it, you will get it as 0 plus 0i. Now similarly, what is I power minus 39? It can be written as 1 by I power 39. It can also be written as I square the whole power 19 into I. We know that I square is minus 1. Substitute the values and write it as minus 1 by I into I. You will get it as minus I by I square. That is nothing but 0 plus 1i. Similarly, the same way here, another sum 1 by 3 plus 7 by 3i plus 4 plus I 1 by 3 minus of minus 4 by 3 plus I. Here, from the first two, group the real terms. So, you will get 1 by 3 plus 4 plus I into 7 by 3 plus 1 by 3 into the next term minus 4 by 3 plus I. You take the LCM, simplify it, we will get 13 by 3 plus I 8 by 3. When you remove the bracket, you will get 4 by 3 minus I. Again, writing the real part and the imaginary part, we will get 17 by 3 plus 5 by 3i. Next is 1 minus I the whole power 4. What is 1 minus I the whole power 4? It is my 1 minus, you can write it as 1 minus I the whole square, the whole square. So what is a minus b the whole square? A square minus 2ab plus b square. It is 1 minus 2i plus I square the whole square. You will get 1 minus 2i plus minus 1. I square is minus 1, is it? So minus 1 the whole square. So when simplification, we will get minus 4. So you can write it as minus 4 plus 0i. Next one, minus 2 minus 1 by 3i the whole cube. We all know the formula of a plus b the whole cube. Applying the formula, you will get minus 2 the whole cube plus minus 1 by 3i the whole cube plus 3 into minus 2 the whole square into minus 1 by 3i plus 3 into minus 2 into minus 1 by 3i the whole square. On simplification, wherever I square, you have to put I square equal to minus 1, is it? So put all the values and we will get the final answer as minus 22 by 3 plus minus 107 by 27i. Now, we find the multiplicative inverse of the complex number. The first one is 4 minus 3i. Now, z square, z is 4 minus 3i. What is z conjugate 4 plus 3i? What is the modulus root? That is, modulus of z is root of a square plus b square. So, modulus of z square is 4 square plus 3 square. It is 25. So, multiplicative inverse is given by z power minus 1. Or you can write 1 by z also. So, when substituting those values, you will get 4 plus 3i by 25. That can be written in the form of a plus ib as 4 by 25 plus I into 3 by 25. Now, root 3 plus 3i. Similar way, you have to write z bar, that is root 5 minus 3i. Z square, mod z square, it is 14. Applying it is 1 by z, you will get root 5 by 14 plus I of 3 by 14. Now, express the following in the form of a plus ib. 3 plus I root 5 into 3 minus I root 5 by root 3 plus root 2i minus root 3 minus I root 2. See, the numerator is multiplication and the denominator you have to subtract it. So, the numerator is of the form a square minus b square. In the denominator, remove the bracket. So, you will get it as 3 square minus I root 5 the whole square by root 3 plus root 2i. Remove the bracket. So, minus root 3 plus I root 2i. On simplification, you will get 9 minus 5 I square by 2 root 2i. So, Here the denominator you having the root. So remove the root by remove the root. So 9 plus 5 by 2 root I, multiply by I into I. So you will get I square. So 14I by 2 root 2 into what is I square minus 1. So there is a root in the denominator. So you have to conjugate with root 2 by root 2. You will get it as minus 7 root 2 by 2I. Thank you.